Okay, everyone, with this video, I'm going to show you how we're going to start assignment number one. Assignment number one, line types and scales, okay? So let me share my screen with you. Okay, if you go to D2L and you go to table of contents, okay, let's go to learning materials right here. Let's go to weeks 1, 2, and 3, okay? All right, let's open up that. Okay, let's scroll down to the bottom here. Okay, good. And this is the beginning here of assignment number one, line types and scales. All right. With each assignment, I'm going to give you a sample drawing. Okay. So let's open up the sample drawing PDF. Looks like this. You may want to print this as well. That might be helpful. Let me move this out of the way. Good. So this is what the finished, completed assignment number one is going to look like, okay? We have a title block in this area here that has information concerning the scale, the date, and who it was drawn by. It's going to be you, okay? The actual title of the assignment here, okay? The course title here, and the drawing number here, okay? That's going to be the title block, okay? In this area here, we're going to create the various line types. Up until this point, we've only discussed actually two line types, the construction line and the guidelines used for text. As we know, both of those lines are very light in weight and value, and we use our 2H lid to draw them. But in this assignment, we're now going to introduce some other line types, like the border and the object line, which are our primary lines, the hidden line, a secondary line, a center line, dimension extension lines, break lines, and of course, guidelines here, construction lines, and these leader lines, okay? We're gonna be drawing those line types in this area. And then we're gonna look at using the other architectural scales, the other scales that's on the architect scale. At present, we've only used the full size scale, but with this exercise, it's designed to introduce you to the other architectural scales, like full size, half size, 1 inch equals 1 foot, 1/8 equals 1 foot, and so on, okay? In this exercise over here, we're gonna be drawing a partial marble floor pattern, which is going to introduce you to using the circle template that we're going to use for the circles, the 45-degree triangle that we need to use to draw these diamonds. Okay, so this is what your final drawing should look like. And again, with each assignment, I'm going to be giving you. You will have a sample drawing that you could use to determine how your final assignment should look when it's completed. Stop sharing here. Okay, let's go back to where I was. Okay, good, good. So now let's come up here to, let's go to assignment number one, this breadcrumb, okay? Now, so we looked at the sample drawing. Each assignment also is gonna have what I'm calling a drawing cartoon. The drawing cartoon shows you how you're going to compose the sheet initially, okay? Good. So let's open up the drawing cartoon PDF. Now, the medium that we're going to be using for our assignments is the vellum paper, vellum. Okay, you should have gotten those in your packet that you picked up from the library. Okay, you should have about 10 sheets. That vellum sheet measures 17 inches by 11 inches. All right, so this outer line here is the actual sheet size. Okay, good. And what we're going to do using construction lines is to lay out the perimeter of the title block. See this right here, right? So this is the edge of the paper, all right? So from the edge of the paper to this first line of the title block is going to be 1/2 inch. And of course, we're going to be using the full size scale to do all of our cartoon lines, okay? Using construction lines. Okay, so from the edge of the paper here to this first line of the title block is 1/2 inch using full size scale. The actual width of the title block is 1 inch. And then from this line of the title block to this first vertical line here is 1 inch. So don't get confused because these arrows are just denoting the boundaries for the dimensions. Again, from this line to this line of the title block to this first vertical line is 1 inch. And then from this vertical line to the next vertical line is 2 inches. And that's where the line types are going to be drawn, okay? Then from this vertical line to this vertical line is 5 inches, all right? And that's going to be the area for the scale exercise. And then what's remaining is this area right here, whereas we're going to draw the marble pattern, okay? Again, so each assignment will have a cartoon like this. That's going to give us, this is going to help us, that is, to compose the sheet initially. Okay, so let's go back to the breadcrumb. Okay, this is instructions for assignment number 1. We can open that up. Okay. And this is giving you step-by-step instructions as to how we're going to start and progress with the assignment number 1. So I just want you to read that at your leisure. Okay, read those instructions. Of course, initially we're going to be taping down the 11 by 17 piece of vellum to the board, aligning it with the parallel bar, and then we're going to lay out the drawing cartoon per the attached PDF that we just made reference to. All right. So let's go back to. Okay. Oh, before we go there, the reading assignment, not the reading assignment, but the assignment that I want you to actually do before class on Monday is to watch this video here, which is going to help you to understand how to use the other scales that's contained on the architect scale. So please watch this video here prior to class. All right. So let me stop sharing this. Good. So now I'm back on my board here. Hopefully you can see my board. Let me align this a little bit better. Let me see where I want to turn it. I'm going to turn it the other way. Good, like that. Straight. All right. Good. So now this is our vellum sheet, right? Which measures to be 11 by 17. Okay. So what we're going to do initially, okay, we're going to make sure that our T-square is parallel to the drawing surface, and then we're going to align the bottom of our vellum sheet, okay, like I just did here, the bottom of the vellum sheet to the board, and we're going to take the top corners. Okay, I'm going to take it here. Okay, I'm going to, oops, keep it straight, keep it aligned, keep the T-square tight, keep it aligned. Okay, I'm going to take this other corner. Get that tape nice and flat. And then I'm going to bring my T-square up. Okay. I'm trying to, there we go. I'm going to bring my T-square up, and then I'm going to take the bottom two corners just like we've done a few times before. Okay. I'm going to take the bottom corner here, get it nice and flat. Good. And again, you really don't need a whole lot of tape. Okay. Then I'm going to take the other corner. All right, we're almost ready to begin here. Okay. All right, so what you're going to need, you're going to need the architect scale, okay, your eraser, okay. Eraser, okay. The 3060 triangle, and of course your mechanical pencil that has the 0.7 millimeter 2H blade in it. Okay, that's what you're gonna need to get started to draw the cartoon. All right, good. So adjust my camera so you can see what I want to show you next. Let me see if I can adjust it. I'm gonna bring it over here. All right, I'm gonna go back this way. Let's see. There we go. So now you can see that. Let's turn it this way. Bring it down. Bring it up. I guess actually. Good. I want you to be able to see the upper right corner, right? That's what I want you to be able to see. All right, use my brush. Brush that away. All right. So now I'm going to show you how you're going to draw the title, the perimeter of the title block now. All right, so let's make reference to the cartoon. So let me stop sharing here. Okay. I'm going to share this with you. All right, so let's go back to assignment number 1 here. Okay, let's go to the cartoon right here. Good. See if I can go to presentation mode, see if that'll help me. Good. All right. Now, again, what I said, this, let me use my mouse instead. The vellum measures to be 17 inches in length, see that? 17 inches and 11 inches in height. Or you want to go with 11 inches, length, 17 inches. Okay, good. Now, we're going to lay out the perimeter of the title block using construction lines. Okay, so now, you see that from this arrowhead to that arrowhead is a dimension of 1/2 inch, all right? So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so from the edge of the paper to the first line of the title block is 1/2 inch. So I'm going to be using the full size scale. Okay, so let me switch back to stop sharing here. Okay, let's switch back here. All right, good. So I'm going to be using the full size scale, right? So full size scale, all right? And I need to know what 1/2 inch is. So what I'm going to do, see if you can see this. If I tilt it this way, and then I'm going to tilt it back down. Okay, I'm putting my the zero at the edge of the paper, and then I'm coming in 1/2 inch, right, which is right there, 1/2 inch, and I'm going to give myself a reference point. So I need one reference point because I'm about to draw that first vertical line. So now I'm going to bring my T-square up. Okay, all right, good. And can't see it, but my just like we've done before, I'm holding. I'm making sure my T-square is square. My T-square is square. That's kind of cool. And then I'm holding my my, okay, put that back. Okay, good, good. Okay, a little bit further. Okay, good. So I'm holding my triangle against the T-square, and then I'm bringing my, sliding it over until I get to that reference point at 1/2 inch away. Okay, and then I'm reaching over, and I'm starting from top to bottom. And I just drew a vertical line there. Okay, we've drawn vertical lines before. Okay, so now I'm going to slide my T-square down. Okay, let's see if I can come down a little further. Come down a little further. Slide this good. Slide this back a little bit. Okay, so now you see where my line ended there, but I want to bring it all the way down to here. Okay, so I'm going to come back over here. Same thing with my T-square. Bring it up. Bring my triangle over. Okay, line it up with the line that I need to lengthen, and just good. So now I've lengthened that line all the way down to the bottom. Cool. Right. So now I make the first vertical line for the title block. I'm going to slide this back up here so you can see it better to the top. Okay. Good. So now, let me back at the top. So what I want to do now is to draw a horizontal line. Okay. A horizontal line that's also going to be a 1/2 inch away from the edge of the paper. All right. So now I'm putting my scale at 0. Then I'm measuring a 1/2 inch there. There we go. That's 1/2 inch. Good. So I'm bringing up T-square. Okay. Bringing it up to that 1/2 inch mark. Okay. Drawing my horizontal line. And you see, and I'm not even worried about the lines crossing, because those are construction lines. And if I make them light enough, when I go to make my reproductions at the end, if they're light enough, they won't even reproduce. So I'm not too concerned about preciseness with them. Okay. Good. So now the title block is an inch. Is an inch in width. So I'm gonna come over here at this intersection right here. You can see that at the intersection right here. Then I'm gonna come over an inch. Okay. Give myself a reference point. Okay. Get my 30-60 triangle. Line it up with that. Okay. Good. Good. All right. So that's the width of the title block. I need to lengthen this line some more. There we go. I need to lengthen it some more. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna come over here, making sure that it's lined up pretty good. Okay, have a little issue here. I have to erase this line here because apparently my T-square was off a little bit. So the line is not perpendicular. So I erase that. Okay, get my brush. Okay, bring this back up to the top. Okay, good. So now I got to make sure that my T-square is actually perpendicular. So I got several things. I got to hold this T-square tight, and then I got to hold the triangle against the T-square. Okay, so let's try this line again, so get it better. Yeah, that looks much better. All right. So I'm gonna slide this down so you can see it. Okay, so now you see where that line ends. All right, so what I'm gonna do, okay, I need to extend it. So I'm gonna come over here. Make sure that T-square is tight. sure it's tight. And I'm going to extend it all the way down. Cool, let's extend it down. All right, see if I can bring it down a little bit more. Okay, good, I'm at the end. So what I want to do now, from the edge of the paper here to the horizontal line of the title block, there's also 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to slide my T-square out again. Okay, both sides scale, you can see it. Now in this case, I'm putting the edge of the paper at the 1/2 inch mark, and then I'm going to make my reference part at the 0 right there. Good. All righty. So now I can bring my T-square up and draw it in that horizontal line. Okay. Good. Okay. So with that, we have drawn the perimeter of the title block. You see that, right? Here's the top. Okay. Okay. And I just showed you the bottom. So from the edge of the paper to the first line of the title block is 1/2 inch. So from this line of the title block to that line is 1 inch, okay? And of course, it is 1/2 inch from the edge of the paper at the top, right here, and also at the bottom that we just looked at, okay? So with that shows you how you're going to lay out the title block of the drawing cartoon.